Folks, welcome back to the channel. Alright, if you guys, I tell you what, a couple days, I hate that, fucking Michigan, man. I got the heat on, right? It's like 41 degrees outside. It's cold, don't get me wrong, I could bundle up, but I'm a little bitch, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm turning the heat on because I have the ability to heat. How about them diesel prices, man? $4.99? Fuck out of here. Still gonna do it though because, well, like I just mentioned, I'm a little bitch and I don't want to be cold. But anyway, if you guys saw the last video, no competition season this year. However, we may do the Great Lakes Shootout, which is taking place in Centerville, and we may do the Centerville poll. Then again, we might go down to towards Michiana and do that event where all the other YouTubers are going to be at. Who knows? I got to pick one and I got to figure it out. And since we're not really having much of a competition season, that doesn't mean I'm giving up on my girl. No. See, you got to remember. Leah and Sally are going down. Leah is our LB7 plow truck. Sally is our 6-speed Cummins. I would say both equally clapped. But not after this. No, it's going to be sweet. So that leaves us Lana, my yellow LMM Duramax. And Lola, my LB7 pull truck. Lola made a wicked daily back in the day. Let me tell you, let me put her in here because y'all don't want to see my ugly mug. No, you want to see the Trap Queen. So what we're doing right now is we're getting prepared to get Lola on the road as a daily. We have the stock wheels and tires on her, which I hate and they make me want to vomit. But there's worse things in life. If you look down, you guys can see where I either have a leak at my filters or I have a leak at the fuel cooler. I have something going on there. It's losing a good amount of diesel. I got to get that fixed. Truck does need a mass airflow sensor. Just got it aligned and did the wheel speed sensor on the passenger side. I do got to grind the ABS ground, which is right there on the driver's side. I'll show you that. I'll show you guys that guy. Wow, I will show you guys that little guy because it is a common issue on these trucks. And then I got to get the doors to lock because after I did the Denali handles on it, sometimes she likes to let me lock it. Other times it's, you know, fuck off, Ray. You're gonna have to wait until I'm ready to unlock. So we got to do that. There's a couple other things that's going to take place, but I can't remember off the top of my head. We're already 3 minutes into this, so
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright guys, so I found the door lock issue. The clip that actually holds the lock cylinder in place, I don't have that anymore. So I found some wire, tightened it up, goes in there. You guys call that sketchy, whatever you want, cobbled, whatever. But the majority of you out there, some of you will get this, most of you won't. But this is the shit you get when you see a car on Craigslist or Marketplace that says mechanic owned. That's because we know how to get around shit without spending money. Okay guys, jumping forward a little bit, we got the, let's see here. Right there, we got the ground all cleaned up for the ABS. We looked into why this thing's leaking. I got some fittings that are loose down there. And we got the door working properly, which is awesome. It locks. Kind of a big deal because if this thing locks, I can't get in it. It's got the Denali door handle, so I've only got a lock cylinder on the one side. And trust me, this bitch has damn near left me locked out a couple times. Thankfully, I was able to get back into it, but not the point. I also didn't film none of that because my fat ass was in the way the entire time. On the list is this floppy ass thing. Now this isn't her original one. This is the one that I got out of a junkyard. And that's because the original one, not anywhere near that sloppy. My God, look at that, just bleh. But anyway, the original one, when I would move the column up and down, my headlights would kick on and off. So kind of can't have. We have, I'm hoping, a good one here. Hopefully this one does its job. We're gonna end up basically kind of parting out this column. The big bear needs the shifter and the steering wheel. So I'm gonna end up pulling the steering wheel and all that stuff too in this video. And yeah, because with the new donor cab for our girl Leah, that came with a complete dashboard, center console, and steering column. And as you guys know, this truck is LBZ swapped, 03 to 07 dashes. They're the same. The wiring's not the same, but the plastic and all that, the shit's all the same. So win-win situation. So I'm gonna quit talking. Let's get some work done, because I want to drive this. I want to drive this rig. Okay guys, so easiest way to get started on this, there is a torque spit right there, and then there's a corresponding one here on the other side. You're gonna want to get those out. First, I recommend starting on, you know, pull your plastic covers here, get those out of the way. Pull those torque spits, be careful. Also, and I cannot emphasize this enough, disconnect the batteries on your truck, okay? It is not worth getting sucker punched in the face by one of these things. I don't recommend it. Just don't do it. So disconnect your batteries first and foremost. These off. I'll put the torque spit size on the screen, just like I'll do it for these as well. But that is how you remove this center section here. You will have to, if I remember correctly, it requires a flat blade screwdriver after you get those out to release the little tabs on the back. Pull that off. So I'm going to go ahead and bomb through that real quick, and then I'm going to catch up with you guys once it's done. And then I really need to put that window down. Okay guys, if you look in here, I'm going to try to get this to focus as much as possible. Right there, sorry for being shaky, there's a tab right here that your airbag actually sticks into. Through that little notch where you take the first T20 out of there, you need to get a flathead screwdriver in there, and it's actually, come on baby, right there, that little piece of metal right there, you're going to need a flat blade screwdriver. Pry that out, this will pop. It is under some pressure. Please, for the love of God guys, disconnect your battery. But you're going to have to do it on that side, kick the wheel over, do the other side, and that'll come right out for you, just easy peasy. Granted, I can say easy peasy because I ain't got no dashboard or none of that here, but you get how it works. This will work on your 99 to 02, Silverados, Sierras, Suburbans, Tahoes, you name it. I know this is a newer style of steering column in this truck. Again, this is a Duramax swap truck, so I hope that helps you guys. Be safe doing it. Just like that, the steering wheel is off. The little wire harness here for the horn. Come on, baby girl. There we go. This is just a push and twist. And when you go to reinstall that little hole right there, it'll push and twist back in. I used a crow's foot and some 1/2-inch bolts. You can smack this thing around and get it off of there, but why work harder than you need to? But that's that. That's how you get your steering wheel off. But moving forward, we need this guy. Your yeah, it's easier to get this off because you got a Torx bit here, and then there's another one. I believe it's either up top or on the bottom. I really don't remember off the top of my head, but that's how you get your steering wheel off. So that had to come off anyway because that's going to Good Buddy Bogema. And I'm just going to keep hammering this shit out. Oh, and before I forget, to get your shifter off, there's a Torx bit right there. It's the same on the OBS columns. If you guys remember my OBS crew cab dually, I pulled this steering wheel and this shifter off and put it in. So pretty easy to do. Just a little, you know, something you want to give your truck a newer look. And that right there, we call that a win-win situation. We got the steering wheel and the shifter for Good Buddy Bogema. We got our multi-switch here out. So that's all good to go for Lola here, which real quick. Shifter out, it works on the OBS trucks. I think you have to grind down a little bit on it to put it in an OBS truck, but you can also do it with the NBS style too. Switch between the two trucks. If you guys ever noticed in Leah, my plow truck, my LB7, she's got a 2008 shifter in her non-tap shift, came out of a half ton. Just, you know, little things like that. But when these things go bad, you can see if I hit turn signal, left is good. As soon as you go right, there's this thing's so freaking wallered out. It's got a mind of its own. So that's why we gotta switch that. Now in order to do this one, we have to pull the bezel out because, you know, this truck has a dashboard in it versus the simplicity of this one not having it. I've done a lot of talking in this video already. This shit's pretty basic. 1A Auto actually has a really good video out there on how to switch this stuff out. So I'm gonna go ahead and bomb it out. Like I keep saying in all these clips, once it's finished, we're gonna close out this video and that'll be a wrap, guys. All right, we got everything in. Let's do a quick test. All right, we got left side, right side, high beam, wipers work. I think we're good to go here, guys. I think we're good to go. Okay, guys, that's gonna put a wrap on our video today. She went together nicely, honestly. Good old Michigan weather, man. Today is Sunday. You guys won't see this the same day, but today is Sunday. We saw whiteout conditions, crashes left and right on the highway this morning. Then by noon, 1 o'clock, switched over to 45 and sun, so everything's melting. And we're gonna be up into 60s later this week. So hopefully it's enough that we can park our girl Leah. We get some good rain in so we get the salt off the road so we can get Lana and Lola out. I'm gonna be daily driving this, so it'll be kind of fun to daily drive a 650 horsepower truck, which, I mean, maybe 10 years ago that'd be a big deal. By today's standard, I mean, that's a new truck with a ridiculous tune and a pump. But anyway, this thing's fun. She's got over 451,000 on her, almost 452, so. But again, as I've mentioned many times before, guys, this shit, it's just nuts and bolts. You can do this. Basic hand tools, you don't need anything fancy. Don't get me wrong, fancy shit comes later in time, but you got this. Even an hour or two a day, man, it's progress. Get out there and make it happen. But that's what I got for you guys. Take care, God bless, be good to one another. You know, check on your diesel friends and your premium friends, man. We're kind of limping right now. So take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.